Hello friends, I hope everybody's doing well. Okay, so some of you know that I'm having a lot of trouble with my eyesight lately, and I did get a new doctor, which is very thorough, and he already gave me some treatments to my eyes, and he just gave me treatments like 3 days ago, and I'm hoping that, soon he'll be able to restore my eyesight back to halfway decent anyway. This doctor here wants to see me every 4 weeks because I was complaining about the other doctor I had before him. He wasn't thorough at all, and he kept giving me like a 9-week intervals to see him again. So this guy wants to see me back in 4 weeks. Now, this video is actually because of comments. I am having trouble reading comments and replying to them. So if you see that I just give you a love and a like, and maybe just a sentence in a reply, it's because of my eyesight. Now, I want you all to still keep commenting me, because I love the comments. I love talking to everybody, those of you that comment know who you are. And also videos that I've been watching that you guys have on your channels, sometimes I'll just give it a like, but I won't comment, but that doesn't mean I'm not watching your videos. And like I said, keep commenting. I enjoy the comments. I love the comments. So in this video coming up here, you'll see in the title, it's about a PB500H Echo pack blower. In the video you'll see what the complaints are, and I mentioned about a HIPAA carburetor for this, but I haven't found any listings on a HIPAA carburetor for the machine. But I did find an OEM Echo carburetor, which I'll leave a link to in this upcoming video. So that's it. That's all I wanted to tell you. It was just all about the comments and everything like that. Since I had the treatments done about 3 days ago, I really can't see that well. But like I said, keep commenting, man. I appreciate all that. And so I hope you enjoyed this video that's about to come up right now. I'm trying to get a video a week out to you, and it's by the grace of God I'm able to do it. Videotaping's pretty hard, and plus I gotta edit everything, but I've still been able to do it. Like this time of year, I like to get like 2 videos a week out to you. But fortunately, I've been getting 1 video out a week. So I hope you enjoyed the upcoming video here, and I'll see you all on the next one. Hello, friends. I hope it cooled off for everybody. It cooled off here pretty good so far. Okay, so today I have a PB500H Echo pack blower that is back again. About 10 months ago, the machine came in. The owner said it had an intermittent problem where it was stalling when he was tilting the machine left to right or whatever, and it would stall out. And when he brought it back that time, I made a couple videos on this machine. When he brought it back that time, I found that the fuel filter was clogged. So we changed the fuel filter out. I checked the spark arrestor. I took that apart. I cleaned it anyway. There was nothing wrong with that. And I don't exactly remember anything else that I did to it. So I gave the machine back to the owner, and he said it was fine. He ran it for about a month or so. And then what happened was he brought the machine over to his father-in-law's house, and it ran out of gas on him. And he used his father-in-law's gas, and he put the gas in it. Then he called me, and he said the machine stopped running again. So we talked about it for a little while, and he decided I guess we both decided for him to get another carburetor. So he got another carburetor for it, which it was not a HIPAA carburetor. All right, I don't even remember what it said on the box, if it said anything on the box at all. So I put the new carburetor on it, and still wouldn't start. So I decided to dump the gas out of it. So I dumped the gas out of it, and I put fresh gas in it. Started up, ran fine. The thing was with that time is I had to call him to ask him. We talked about it again when he brought it to his father-in-law's house. I did not know that he put his father-in-law's gas in it. Long story short, his father-in-law's gas was dead. It was no good. It wouldn't fire. So after the job was done, it was fine. Now, he brought it back to me now, and it has a no-start problem. It's having a really hard time starting up, or it doesn't start at all. I really don't know yet. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to take a look at it right now and see if we can get it to run. We'll do our basic checks. I'll check the spark plug. It's got fuel in it. I think it's the owner's fuel. I don't know. I'm assuming that never assume, but I'm assuming that the gas is good in it. I don't know. Chances are maybe that carburetor he got for it crapped out on it. I still have his old carburetor, which is the original carburetor. So if worse comes to worse, I'll put his original carburetor back on it and see how it does. So let me get set up here and I'll be right back to you. Okay, so as I said, it does have fuel in it. So I think we'll give it a couple of primes here. I like how they hide these primer bulbs under here. I don't know, it seems like it's got gas going to it. I'll choke it. I'll give it just a little bit of throttle. These things like to start up just like at idle practically. And let's see what we got here. I have to keep the camera where it is right now because of the sun glare. So I don't know how much of this you could see. So I have it on choke. Let's try full throttle. Maybe it's flooded. I don't know. I don't know. It sounds a little bit like it wants to do something, but it's not quite doing anything. So what we're going to do now is we'll pull the plug out. We'll see what the plug looks like here. Let me make sure you're kind of in view here. I don't know if I put his original plug in or I put some other plug in this thing that it came with. Yeah, it's the BP, whatever this is. I still can't see good, but I don't know, the plug does look kind of wet. Yeah, and it stinks like it's flooded. All right, let me go ahead and clean this spark plug off. I'll blow it off with some air and hit it with a little brake clean. While we got the plug out, let me just give it a couple of pulls in case there's some raw gas in the cylinder. We'll try to get that out. And I think we're going to commence to try to start it up at full throttle, because that's what you want to do with a flooded engine. So, all right, let me blow off the spark plug here, and I'll be right back to you. Okay, so this spark plug here is, I think, a Champion. Yeah, it's a Champion plug. I think I may have put a brand new plug in this, if I remember correctly. I always like to use the NGK though, but the Champion plugs are good too. I mean, it sure beats a Torch or something like that. The carburetor came with a new spark plug. I don't think it was a Torch. but I really didn't trust to put that in here. I would rather him have a name brand spark plug here. But so this seems like it's flooded, which could indicate that something's wrong with the carburetor here. Stuck needle in seat, something like that. So let's see if we can get anything out of it now. Nah. He's got nothing. Maybe I'll try to spray some brake clean down in the spark plug hole here. See if we get it to fire. I don't know. Or if we should just try one of those other plugs that the carburetor came with, maybe. We'll just try that for the heck of it. I did want to do something else here, and I don't remember what. Oh yeah, we're going to spray some brake clean in here. But first, let's try a different spark plug and see what happens then. Okay, so I found the brand new plug that came with the carburetor that he got for this. So just throw that in there real quick and see if anything happens with that. Nope. Smoking at the exhaust. I smell gas. Alright, I think we're going to put his old carburetor back on. See if the air filter got flooded out. Nah. No, it didn't. See what we need to take this apart. Let me get the tools for this and I'll be right back to you. So I went to check for spark, but look at the way this thing is smoking. I figured let me check it for spark before we go pulling the carburetor off, but look at the way this smokes. There must be something wrong with the carburetor for sure. That's enough to clog up the spark arrestor, that's for sure. I don't think it is, but I'm just saying. She goes, just stalled out. Huh. Oh, that's because this came off. Let's see if it'll start if we just hook up the spark plug now. Okay, friends, I say we change out the carburetor. Yeah, it's just running rich. It's just dumping a lot of fuel in there. So it's probably most likely this carburetor we got for it's no good. But we'll try it. If there's any other problems, I'm just going to tell them to order a HEPA carburetor for it and be done with it, you know. Okay, so this is the carburetor he bought. I took it off and I put the original OEM carburetor back on that came with the machine originally. How many carburetor swaps can you watch? So I figured I'd just do that off camera. The main thing about this video is, let's see if we can fix this thing with putting the original carburetor back on. I didn't try it yet, but we'll try it now. I did give it a couple of primes when I hooked up the carburetor fuel lines, just to make sure everything was good and not leaking. I'll give it a couple more here. Why do you gotta hide everything here? Can't find nothing on this thing. I can't even prime the stupid thing. I hope there's nothing wrong there now. The primer is as hard as a rock. I might just tell him to get a HEPA carburetor or something. I don't know if the fuel line's binding here or what the heck is going on. Maybe we'll just try to start it for the hell of it. Darn it. It was priming before. I don't know, it seems to run good, but the primer is like solid as a rock here. I don't know why. I can't even push the primer in. Alright, let me get back to you again. Anyway, it runs good, but you can't prime it. Okay, so I might as well show you. The fuel line had a kink in it over here. I don't know why, but where the inlet is here, it's like an elbow, and it was twisted around some. So when I mounted the carburetor, it had a kink in the line. So it seems to be all right now. So let me get this thing back together and we'll start it up one more time. Okay, so the primer's working good as it should. Okay, so if this video tells you anything, don't buy any carburetor unless it's an OEM carburetor or a HEPA carburetor. Because it just turns out that this carburetor is a hunk of junk. It was flooding the engine out. So let's start it up one more time and we'll see how it does. Prime's real good now since I fixed that kink in the line. Okay, so apparently the exhaust is loaded with gas. So off camera, I'm just gonna let it run and see if it clears out. Yeah. Okay, so I hope somebody got something out of this video. And the main thing is not to buy any old knockoff carburetor. do yourself a favor, like I said, and get yourself a HIPAA. I hope this helps somebody out someday. I did the OEM carburetor for this. Has to cost a lot of money for it, but from what I've seen from all my fellow YouTubers that use the HIPAA, I still don't know how to pronounce it right, carburetors on these things, I haven't seen one fail yet. And plus I've used a few and never had a problem. The most I had to do with a couple of the carburetors is give it just a slight tweak on the high side or the low side, and that was it. And everybody's machines that I put the HIPAA carburetor on, I haven't heard any complaints. So, all right. So I want to thank everybody for watching. I'll see you all on the next one. Stay cool and stay safe.